Hi, how are you doing? It's Paul here, coming at you with another episode for the Unity Mind. Hey, in this video, how to take care for yourself and care more for other people. Alright, so what we're going to do in this video is to dig up one single limit belief that is causing, let's say, separation between you caring unconditionally for yourself and also care unconditionally for others. Alright, unconditional love is basically our natural state. So we need to find out is what caused that separation from our natural state. All right. So we're going to dive deep into this, let's say, mind hacking activity. Have you ever called, like, let's say, an ego-centric person or a selfish person, or that you are not social, that you're not good with people, or that you only are trying to reach out to people with a hidden agenda, like you wanna get something from them in order to meet your own needs, like you wanna take advantage of other people? Basically, the only thing you actually know is control and manipulation, and your life is a constant battle of different kind of power struggles, let's say in your business, your career, in your finances, in your relationships, of let's say who's right and who is wrong. So what are the benefits to dig up this single limited belief that we're going to talk about? Now, let's say you become like a better leader, that you start to care more for others and bring the best out of in others, or you become like a better entrepreneur. You're not really after the money so much, but you're really more about, hey, you know what, I want to make this world a better place. I want to provide better solutions, and I want to do that in the highest intentions as possible. Or you want to become like a better lover, a better parent, a better friend, or improve your social life. All right. Now, what I will be sharing with you in this video is something that I can totally personally relate with, and that's why I share more from my own personal experience than stuff I've written in a book about this topic. Okay, because this one single limit belief has been one of my own limited beliefs that I had to dig up in my life to figure out what is actually causing me to struggle in life. Now, what caused this limited belief? Now, let's say about a lot of money struggles, right? Money is like a constant battle of trying to get it. You want to get it because you fear there's never enough, right? You constantly need to fight for it. You need to fight for your survival, and how you're going to get it, it doesn't really matter for you. You don't really care that much about other people, and that's why it feels like you're never really satisfied enough or never fulfilled with the money you make. Maybe you can make a lot of money, but then it feels like I'm not deserving this money, and then you lose it all, you blow it up or whatever, right? So it's like a constant it's like a constant battle of a power struggle. It's also like a power struggle in relationships, and that could be your personal relationship, your love relationship, your social, or maybe with your co-workers, your employees, or whatever it is, you know, the people you work with, is like constant, like who is right and who is wrong, and you constantly wanna fight for it to get your own right. Okay. Now, another thing that caused this limited belief is you want to prove your self-worth through accomplishments. Now, a lot of, let's say, financial successful people, it seems that their motivation that is like unconsciously they are not even aware of, it's like they have never really got the approval from, let's say, their parents, and now they want to make it to the world, and they want to come home and buy the most beautiful luxurious cars, toys, houses, or whatever, because they want to mix their self-worth with what they have in material things. So, all right, they want to buy their nice car, drive to home in order to get, let's say, the approval from daddy. Okay. Now, the reason I say this is because I also had that. All right, I also struggled with that for, like, let's say, a couple of years ago when I had that drive. Like, I want to prove them wrong. I'm gonna show the world what I'm capable to do, and I'm going to make money no matter what. I don't really care about the products, the business, whatever, you know. I just want to make money. That's what I did, and it makes me feel completely unsatisfied and unfulfilled. And even when I got, like, let's say, the approval from daddy, driving a nice car, my motivation went like completely rock bottom, and and from there I really start to struggle with depression and burnout and that kind of things. All right, so that's where I turned more into personal development and mindfulness in order to become, let's say, a mind hacker. Alright, so it caused like a lot of that you want to fight for your survival. Life is hard, right? That's what you believe. Life is hard and you gotta work hard, and you gotta take what you want for yourself in order to meet your own needs. And it still seems that you're still a little bit after the recognition and the approval from others, and it's really difficult for you to have more fun in life, to enjoy life, right? Because of this limited belief. Okay, now what is this limited belief? Now finally let's talk about that. Well, this limited belief is, why should I care about others if no one really actually cared about me? So this is like the inner child. Maybe, I don't know how old you are, right? But this is like the inner child that is still screaming out at us, like, you know what? No one really ever cared about me, so why should I care about others? Okay? So it's like this inner child that still live inside of us in our adult, let's say, mature body, but at an emotional level we are still immature. Okay? So when you look to this limited belief of why should I care about others if no one actually really care about me, it's like a very disempowering belief. It's like the triangle of disempowerment, like of being, let's say, a victim, a people pleaser, or a perpetrator. Well, you know, this video is completely about the perpetrator, and you know, I can totally relate to this. It's like you are still expressing your own pain on others. Like, this world did a lot of pain to me, okay? I never really got satisfied emotionally, right? I never really got the care and the love from other people, my parents, all right? So that really got me unfulfilled, okay? And now you just you want that the world is going to pay for it, right? And unfortunately, that's the reality of a lot of people. So, you know, when we talk about terrorism and that kind of things, you know, let's have a real conversation with those people who are expressing all their pain to the world. It's because they lost so much in life. Life hurt them so much, and now they want that the world is going to pay for it, right? And in our Western society, this is still the case, right? A lot of people who are in business, entrepreneurship, in career, corporate executives, you know, they still have that unfulfilled emotion that they still carry in them, and now they want that others are going to pay for it, and that's why they are in a constant power struggle, right? So what exactly happened? Why? Where is this limited belief coming from? Well, I already spoke. It's about the inner child that still exists in us, right? So it basically goes all the way back to our childhood. Okay. Now, as I mentioned, I can totally relate to this pattern because I have been living this for a very long time, and you know, that already begins when we are like a little child. We are still like a molten glass, right? We are like an empty glass, and the world around us, our environment, is going to fill up this glass with ideas, okay? With beliefs, with emotional beliefs, okay? And that basically becomes like our blueprint for life, okay? So when we have like parents who never got, let's say, emotional satisfied by their parents, basically they are passing over their beliefs to us, right? Like, my parents never cared about me, they never loved me, and you know, I don't know any better in order to get my needs met through control and manipulation, okay? So maybe your parents were also like, let's say, in a relationship of a constant power struggle of control and manipulation, right? Of who's right, who's wrong, and basically that behavior is what you copied inside your own subconscious mind. Okay, and so now you are like reliving this pattern over and over and over again, and now you have like the opportunity to become aware of this pattern and to break it down, right? That's what I call mind hacking, is to completely break it down and see what pieces of this program can you let go and make like a new program for yourself. Okay, so it begins when we are like a little child, and where we need the most of, let's say, emotional care from our parents. And when we're not getting that, we get the belief of, you know what, life is hard. Okay, no one is loving me, no one cares about me. All right, and then that unfulfilled pain, it's basically when we start to close down, okay, in order to protect ourselves, okay, in order to not to feel that pain anymore. So we close down, and basically we lose the touch with our being, okay, and we completely go to our rational mind, okay. We start to live from our ego mind, from fear, okay. So and I would say rationality is like right now the new global religion. Why? Because it caused so much separation of our holistic thinking, right? The holistic thinking is get in touch with our own unconditional love for ourselves. Okay, so rationality is like the new global religion, because it's causing that separation of who we truly are, and it's keeping people in boxes of limitation. Okay, so now you have this awareness of this one single limited belief of, you know, why should I care about others if no one ever really cared about me? And maybe you also have this belief like, you know, hey, if God or higher intelligence would exist, then why would that higher intelligence or God, the universe, whatever source, never really cared about me? All right, so that's also like this limited belief that caused that separation. And then, you know, you get into that pattern of, you know what, I don't care about others as long as I get my own needs met. Okay, so what can you do about it? If you can recognize this pattern, and right now you're at the edge, like, you know what, I know something is not right, okay, and I'm not satisfied with it. I'm completely not satisfied with it. I can relate to that. I've been in business and sales, and the only thing I ever really knew is control and manipulation, okay? And now I feel that that is not right for me, and I want to live a life of more purpose and satisfaction and fulfillment and happiness and joy and love and abundance, true abundance. And that really starts with unconditional self-love. All right, that's what I believe the ultimate level of abundance that we can experience, right? Because then you get into the flow. You know what, I love myself so much, I'm only going to allow myself to do things that I truly love and enjoy to do, that will benefit a lot of people. And then you get like in this beautiful flow of life where you can really serve people from the heart. Okay, so how do you get there? Okay, well, to be honest with you, I am in the process as well. All right, just a couple of days I became aware that I had this limited belief. All right, and that's why I always make these videos. The reason I make these videos is basically to archive my own mind. All right, I go into my subconscious mind. I'm going to hack the files that are not longer serving me, and then I'm going to archive those files in a library. Videos, right? YouTube, Google, the internet is like an infinite library of knowledge and information, and that's why I believe that I can really break down these limited beliefs if I'm going to archive them through videos. Okay, but that's my way. I'm not saying that has to be your way as well, but the most important thing is what you need to do is develop a higher level of self-reflection. Okay, so we live in an extraordinary time, and what we basically are constantly doing is the world around us is not how it is, it's in the way we see it is. Okay, so we are constantly projecting our subconscious mind, our beliefs, our emotional memories to the outside world, and that's how we think, okay, so that is how the world is. Now, that is what we believe, and we can change that belief. Okay, so when you develop like a higher level of self-reflection, you can dig into your own mind and become like a mind hacker in order to find those files that are based on broken ideas from the world we grow up with, and then basically give it like a space. All right, and then you create like more space inside yourself, right? And that's my message with your Unity Minds, because if you do that, if you create more that space inside yourself, and get rid of all those limited beliefs, basically you start to tap into, let's say, the unity mind, right? Where we start to re-establish that connection with our holistic thinking, right? That's what I call the unity mind. Because when we connect again with that our holistic mind, we basically reconnect with our natural state, which is unconditional love, self-love. Okay. So number 2, what is most important is, besides mind hacking, make a commitment more for yourself. Like, you know what? I'm here to grow. I'm here to learn. I'm here to experience. I'm here to give back. And mindfulness and meditation become one of my daily practices, so I can learn to step above myself, all right, and learn to connect more with the universe, source, higher intelligence, with your higher self, so you can look more at your lower self, like, you know what is not serving me anymore, and then you become more, let's say, in balance. Okay. And then the last one is never give up on learning, right? Always hooked up at personal development. Okay. And the way to do that, well, that's totally up to you, but I made like a little bit more advanced a training that goes a lot deeper into mind hacking and mindfulness and stuff like that, and where you find like a practical a toolkit where you can start to learn mindfulness and meditation and learn to connect with light, and that will be like a very powerful way of self-healing. Okay. So if you would like to learn more about that, then I'm sure you find some link in this description in this video below, and then you can start to learn more about the unity mind, how to everything regarding to your holistic thinking. Alright, so Jean-Paul here, hope you saw some value in this, hope you learned some new things. I hope you could recognize or relate to this, what I was telling. And you know what, I believe I saved a very long story of personal experiences, but I've been through this for many years. I believe like at least 2 decades, and it has been a really major roller coaster for me, because I had that single belief. All right, so that's what I'm doing here. I'm like hacking all those limited beliefs and give it a space, so you create more space inside yourself. Alright, so if you saw some value in this, then feel free to subscribe to my channel, go check out this more advanced training, join my mailing list, like or subscribe. Alright, leave your comments below, and let me know what you think and what you learned. Alright, so Jean-Paul here, take care for now, bye bye.